You guys, we seriously need to talk about JoJo Siwa right now. Because there is a lot of confusion swirling around about whether she is dating Chris Hughes or not. What's actually going on? Everyone seems totally convinced that something romantic is brewing between the two of them. But is it true or just another internet theory gone wild? And while we're at it, we absolutely have to dive into some other major stories making headlines this week. Earle made a big announcement. Nia from Dance Moms is dropping a memoir. And Selena Gomez just did something that made people rethink the whole situation between her and Hailey Bieber. There's been so much going on, so let's unpack it all together. Hey guys, what's up? It's Christy, and welcome back to another episode of the Weekly Teacup. This week's cup is spilling over because so much has been happening that it's almost hard to keep up. Every week there's always drama, but this time things are especially messy and interesting. Let's go ahead and start off with the whole Selena Gomez and Hailey Bieber situation. Because while Justin and Hailey have been at the center of this week's chatter, Hailey just graced the cover of Vogue, and she followed that up with a What S in My Bag video for Vogue's YouTube channel. And in that video, she was definitely throwing shade subtle, but there, she was cracking jokes about being labeled a Nepo baby, and even poked fun at the wild accusations that she stalked Justin and Selena. Some people thought she looked unbothered, but others definitely picked up on the fact that she was acknowledging what has been said about her over the years. She was clearly addressing the criticism she's faced, which proves that she does, in fact, see all the online commentary. In her interview with Vogue, Hailey admitted that by this point, after being married for years now, she genuinely thought people would be moved on from the whole Justin and Selena saga. She really believed that the conversation about her and Justin, especially those constant divorce rumors, would have died down by now. But nope. If anything, that narrative has only gotten louder and more persistent over time. But the real surprise came when Selena Gomez subtly stepped into the conversation, and in a very classy, unexpected way. See, the main reason Hailey was even on the Vogue cover was to promote her beauty brand, Rhode, which is now launching in Sephora stores. That's a big deal. And of course, you know this sparked instant chatter online because Selena's beauty line, Rare Beauty, is also in Sephora. People were quick to speculate that there would be tension or competition between the two. Some fans even assumed that Hailey would partner with Ulta instead, just to avoid sharing retail space with Selena. But then Selena did something that shut the gossip down instantly. She liked the Instagram post announcing that Rhode would now be available in Sephora. That one, little like spoke volumes. It was her way of showing support, and it sent a clear message to everyone. She's not playing into the drama. There's no rivalry here. She's not interested in feeding the media's obsession with this supposed feud. If there was ever any tension or bad blood between them, Selena's action made it crystal clear she's done with that narrative. She wants peace, and that sparked a bigger conversation online. People started to really consider that maybe the issue was never about Selena or Hailey. Maybe, just maybe, it was always Justin at the center of all this tension. Some are now saying Justin created this triangle, dating one woman while leaving the other emotionally hanging. Either way, that one act of support from Selena shifted the way many people view the entire situation. And honestly, good for her. She's choosing grace. Now shifting gears just a little, let's talk about Earle. Because she just made a huge announcement and the internet is buzzing. First of all, can we talk about how her dad gives off total Kris Jenner energy? Like, the way he manages her and her sister Ashton. Careers at giving full-on business mogul vibes. You can tell he knows how to navigate the industry and make strategic moves. Which probably explains why Alix is landing so many deals and opportunities. And let us be real, this might actually be the root of the drama between Earle and Alex Cooper. A lot of people suspect that her dad, acting as her manager, might have stepped in and started making major decisions, big boss moves. That rubbed some people the wrong way. But back to Alix's big announcement. She is officially joining the cast of the next season of Dancing with the Stars. Yes, you heard that right. It's official. Robert Irwin had already been announced as the first cast member during this big Hulu event, where he showed up with a literal snake shirtless, no less. It was dramatic and very on brand. And now Alix is the second celeb to be revealed. She did a couple of interviews after the news broke, and she's absolutely thrilled about this new chapter. She said she couldn't believe she was chosen. Like, genuinely shocked. She shared that she used to watch Dancing with the Stars with her Nana growing up, and would always dream about being on the show. It was a special bonding moment for her and her family, and now it's coming full circle. She even remembered how her Nana used to say, "One day, you're going to be on that show." And now it's happening. She revealed that she danced for years when she was younger, from early childhood up until her sophomore year of high school. She's always had a deep love for dance, even though she hasn't been actively dancing in a while. In fact, one of her New Year's resolutions was to get back into dance as a fun hobby. She was thinking about taking classes again, just for herself. But then out of nowhere, she gets this offer from Dancing with the Stars, and at first, she was stunned. The very first thing that crossed her mind was, how in the world am I going to move to LA? For 3 whole months, her schedule is already packed, and she admitted that she sometimes struggles to carve out just 1 hour in her day, let alone 3 months. But then she had that realization, if not now, then when? Opportunities like this don't come around every day. She figured, you know what, let's just go for it. She confessed that she's always dreamed of being a performer, and while she might not be able to sing like a pop star, this show gives her a chance to shine on stage in her own way. She also admitted she's never done ballroom dancing before, so this is going to be a huge challenge. But she's excited about all of it, the costumes, the glam, the rehearsals, the performances, and especially meeting everyone involved. She's diving in head first. Of course, not everyone was supportive. Some people were like, she's not a real celebrity. But come on, we've seen influencers like Charli D'Amelio and even Charli's mom compete on this show. This isn't new. Influencers are shaping pop culture now. They may not be traditional A-listers, but they have millions of followers, and they're constantly in the public eye. Alix is no exception. She's one of the most talked about influencers right now. And you already know she is going to be posting behind-the-scenes content from rehearsals and performances every week. Her fans are going to be glued to it. It's actually a smart move by the show because it brings in a whole new, younger audience. Now, speaking of dancing, let's keep the theme going and talk about Nia from Dance Moms. Fans were really curious why she didn't show up at the Dance Moms reunion. She later posted a video explaining her decision, saying she didn't want to go back to that place mentally or emotionally. And she wasn't the only one. Maddie and Kenzie also chose not to attend for similar reasons. They've all moved on with their lives and didn't want to revisit the difficult moments they went through on the show. Over the years, we've heard different cast members open up about how hard that experience really was. Maddie and Kenzie have both talked about it, the pressure, the fat shaming, the constant mom drama, the emotional toll. And while the moms may have known they were playing things up for TV, the girls didn't always realize what was happening. For them, the drama felt real and unfiltered. Interestingly, Nia has always been one of the more reserved ones when it came to publicly criticizing the show. She hasn't spoken out as much as the others, but now she's telling her story in her own way. She just announced that she is releasing a memoir called Bottom of the Pyramid, a memoir of persevering, dancing for myself, and starring in my own life. In her Instagram caption, Nia said she's so thrilled to finally share her story on her own terms. This book is all about reclaiming that label bottom of the pyramid and proving that she's so much more than the roles people assigned her. She wrote that the book is for anyone who's ever felt overlooked, underestimated, or told they weren't enough. It is for the underdogs and Dance Moms fans who've followed her journey all these years. Honestly, I think this book is going to be powerful. Nia has always carried herself with grace and maturity, and I'm sure her story will resonate with a lot of people. And finally, that brings us right back to JoJo Siwa. We need to talk about what is really going on with our sparkly, energetic, dancing icon. You guys already know that JoJo was on Celebrity Big Brother recently. And before she entered the house, she was very much in a relationship with her partner, Kath. They were super public, posting photos together, showing support for one another, all that. But once JoJo got into the Big Brother house, she got really close with Chris Hughes, yes. The same Chris Hughes from Love Island. And now, everyone is wondering, what exactly happened in that house? Notice the chemistry between JoJo and Chris Hughes almost instantly. It didn't take long at all for fans and even casual viewers to start pointing out the closeness between the two of them. People were watching the way JoJo looked at Chris, the way they joked around, and how comfortable they seemed with each other inside the Big Brother house. And let's be real, this wasn't just friendly vibes. There was definitely a sense that something more was developing. Now remember, JoJo walked into that house with someone on the outside, her partner, Kath, and it was very public. The relationship was not a secret. JoJo had been posting about Kath regularly. There were stories, Instagram posts, TikToks, you name it, and Kath had done the same for JoJo. It wasn't just casual dating. So fans were really thrown off when they started noticing this budding connection with Chris inside the house. The shift was unexpected, to say the least. And now that JoJo's out of the Big Brother house, people are asking all the questions. Like, what happened to Kath? Are they still together? Or did JoJo leave the house and decide to explore things with Chris? And here is where it gets even more complicated, because JoJo and Chris have been spotted out together multiple times since the show wrapped. Whether it's dinner outings, shared interviews, or just being seen in public, people are convinced that something romantic is going on between them. There are also these cryptic posts JoJo's been making. Tweets, stories, things that don't say too much, but say just enough to keep fans speculating. Like one caption where she posted a pic and wrote, "Trust the timing of your life." And fans were like, "Girl, what does that mean?" Some people are thinking that it's a subtle reference to her moving on from Kath and possibly starting something new with Chris. Others think it's just JoJo being inspirational. But let's be honest, when people are this invested, everything gets analyzed. And here's the thing, Chris hasn't exactly shut the rumors down either. If anything, he's kind of leaned into it. He's been reposting JoJo's stories, commenting under her photos, and even referred to her as one of the best people I've ever met in a recent Q&A like. Okay, bestie energy or something more? Now, let us just take a step back for a second and talk about how wild this all is for JoJo as fans. Because you have to remember, JoJo has grown up in the spotlight. We've seen her go from Dance Moms to music to YouTube to coming out. And now she's living her life fully out loud. People have followed her journey for years. And now watching her love life evolve in real time has added this whole new layer of fascination. And while some fans are really excited about the idea of JoJo and Chris potentially being together, others are feeling conflicted. Like, where does this leave Kath? Was there a breakup? Was it mutual? Did JoJo blindside her? We don't know. Neither JoJo nor Kath have publicly confirmed a split. And that silence is what's really keeping the internet buzzing. Some are speculating that JoJo and Kath could still be together, but just on a break. Others are saying JoJo already moved on emotionally while in the house. Whatever the case may be, fans are desperate for clarity. They want answers. And with every cryptic comment and paparazzi sighting, the questions just keep building. So, while JoJo hasn't officially come out and said yes, I'm dating Chris Hughes, and Chris hasn't said yes, JoJo and I are together, the energy between them says enough for a lot of people to be convinced. Whether it's flirtation or full-blown romance, something is definitely going on, and people can't look away. But that's not the only thing JoJo's been making headlines for. She's also been teasing new music. And if you've been following her journey, you know music has always been a core part of who she is. She recently said in a live stream that her new era is more honest than ever, and that she is not afraid to talk about real things now. So whether she's singing about heartbreak, growth, or love found in unexpected places, fans are definitely reading between the lines and trying to match the lyrics with her real life. And you can bet that if there is even one lyric that feels like it is about Chris or Kath, the internet is going to run with it. People are already combing through recent posts and interviews for clues. That's how invested everyone is in JoJo's love life right now. So yeah, between the possible relationship with Chris Hughes, the confusion surrounding her status with Kath, and the upcoming music drop, JoJo is in a whole new era. It's a rebrand, a personal transformation, and maybe even a romantic plot twist. Whatever it is, one thing's for sure, people are going to be watching very closely. And that's the full scoop for now, you guys. We covered a lot in this teacup. From Selena Gomez showing unexpected support to Hailey Bieber to Alix Earle, landing a major spot on Dancing with the Stars to Sioux from Dance Moms, reclaiming her power with her new memoir, and of course, the big JoJo Siwa situation that has got everybody scratching their heads and reading into every post and paparazzi photo. So I want to hear your thoughts. Are you buying this JoJo and Chris romance? Do you think Selena's gesture toward Hailey was genuine support or just smart PR? Will you be tuning in to watch Alix Earle waltz across the ballroom floor? And are you planning to read Nia's book when it drops? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell because you already know there is going to be more tea next week. Thanks for watching. I'm Christy, and this was your weekly teacup. Until next time, keep sipping and stay tuned.